You guys made any decisions yet on who's going to back up Mason?
Taylor Cornelius has the nod right now. He's a guy that's got a lot of experience. Keandre brings a lot to the table at the same time. But it is a close battle. But Taylor seems to have a lot more reps at this point, and we feel more comfortable with him at times in our offense, depending on what particular schemes we're going with from a game plan standpoint. You could see both potentially, but there are advantages and disadvantages of that, and we want to try to get all the reps to the guy that's trying to become the number 2 guy. So Taylor seems to have that edge right now.
And J.D. King backing up Justice, is he going to be the second running back on the depth chart?
That will be game time decision on how things are going, depending on who's fresh, who needs a blow. But he's definitely a guy that we're looking to step into those shoes and fulfill that role and be a substantial guy at that position.
What do you like about his running style?
Well, he's for a young guy, his strength. He understands how to run behind his pads, and ultimately you have to secure the football. I mean, that's ball security is at a premium, and he understands the ball security. He's got a nice set of hands. He understands our protections, and he's getting better with every practice. So he's a very fluid runner. Comes very natural to him, but he's dependable, it seems. And he hasn't taken a snap yet in a live game, but surely with all the live reps that we've had in practice, we've been able to evaluate him and feel comfortable with what he brings.
And with bringing back so much experience, what would you want to see from your offense to consider this a successful opener?
Assignment sound, productivity. We want to make sure that we limit any mistakes. Obviously, we have to secure the football, and we have to get the ball into the end zone. We have to do whatever it takes to win a football game, and that will be success. So whatever that means. But we understand that securing the football and scoring points are the 2 main statistical categories that correlate into wins and losses. So we'll take care of those things. Obviously, we don't want to make any mistakes. We want to be correct in our decision making and how we operate in our communication. All those things factor into those, but mainly it's about protecting that football and getting it into the end zone.
What do you think? What do you like what you've seen from your offensive line so far?
They've come together well. They communicate really well. It starts really with our center, Brad Lumblade, who's done a heck of a job. He understands the schemes, and with Coach Henson taking over, there's always some there's a little nuance here or there that they have to get used to, and it's been an easy transition for us, really, because Josh was with us last year, but it's come together well. I think we've gotten better with each practice, and the more they can play with one another, the better. The more communication, and we got plenty of experience. And now, with our left tackle Aaron coming into the mix, he's been kind of groomed by a bunch of guys that are veteran guys, and that understand the overall schemes conceptually, and he's not getting coached by just the offensive line coach. He's getting the blend from all of the players, which is really, really important.
Any particular challenges that Tulsa defensively poses?
Well, I mean, the typical challenge of a good defense, they're a team that returns, I think it's around 8 starters from a 10-win season, so they know how to win. They play extremely hard. They play physical, and they're tough, high-motor guys, and they're sound in their coverage schemes. They don't get fooled a lot, and they understand tempo because they run it on the offensive side of things. So they know how to line up, and they know how to be sound in most formations, or all formations, I should say, and they're a good at they mix in their blitzes, and they'll mix in some man coverage. So it's not always one thing. They have a good blend and a good array of things that they disguise and try to come up with to get you off your rhythm. So they do a nice job all around, is what I'd say their strength is.